What's up guys, and welcome to my review of Lost Girl Season 5 Episode 6. I'm going to get the episode numbers right this time. I know the last couple of videos were a little bit off because YouTube took down a load of my review, well, took down my last review and messed with my numbers and shiz. But yeah, Episode 6 of Season 5, it was called Clear Eyes, Faye Hearts, I think. And it was a lot. I'm gonna say the same thing as I do every week with a Lost Girl review. There was a lot of good and a lot of bad about it. I mean, good parts. It seems like there is actually, like, everything that's happened in, like, the smaller stories within the season so far does seem to have come together already. And I thought that wouldn't happen until the end of the first half of the season. So, like, all the stories that Bo's going to investigate during the episode, which are normally kept separate to, like, the main storyline, they seem to all be connected to one big thing. Bo's obviously keeping a secret about, apart from Tamsin, no one knows that Hades is her father, you know. She knows, but she doesn't want anyone else to know, and she kind of nearly let slip to Dyson that she knew who he was in this episode. So I don't know why she doesn't want everyone to know, but I don't know if it's like a bigger picture behind that as well, because the episode starts with Bo dreaming about Lauren with the box that her dad gave her for her birthday, and that was upsetting for me and probably other people, because when she woke up, she was in bed with Tamsin. And you're just there like, the Valkubus ship has literally just started. Are you going to put it to shit already? You've made us wait, and now you're going to give us this tiny little bit thinking it's going to work out, and then just go, fuck it. No, she's meant to be with Lauren. I'm just, it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. This episode, like, story-wise, there was a lot of progression, and I really like where they seem to be going with the story. It seems to be about kind of like Greek mythology, and the people that died and came back, their bodies seem to have been taken over by a higher power. I can't remember what they're called. I can't remember what they were called, but they're like a higher power, like Greek gods and things like that. And so that's really cool, because me personally, I have like a keen interest in mythology, so that's one of the reasons I love the show so much. And if they're going to bring like Greek mythology into it, that would be really cool. If they're going to bring like Zeus and all this kind of stuff into it, that would be really cool. Because for this episode, the little story was about a guy that was killed, and the guy that was suspected of it is a descendant of Hercules, and I think they called them Heracles or something like that. But you know, it does all seem to be building up to one big thing now, and like that symbol, that like 3-hook symbol, seems to be coming up a lot. And I don't know if that's the 3-hook symbol because of the 3 people that their bodies have been taken over, and the 3 people with that, like, the higher power and things like that. They basically seem like a really badass version of the Unimens, and I never really liked the Unimens. I thought they were a little bit shitty. So if they're going to actually bring some real mythological, I will be able to speak, mythological like tales into Lost Girl, then that would be really cool. So we've got, there is this bigger thing going on, and it doesn't feel like they're completely disregarding it, and like this was the first episode where things didn't feel rushed. And I think because we got so much information crammed into our heads, like right at the beginning of the season, like every episode up until now, it was like information, like loads of different things that really didn't connect up to each other. Now that we've had this episode, and it was kind of like a puzzle piecing episode where someone was like sat there putting all the episodes where they should be, and connecting them up to this bigger picture. And that's what this episode felt like for me. It felt like that we could finally connect all the previous 5 episodes to one big story. Now we kind of have some kind of idea what's going on. The previous episode do make more sense. And I've gone back and rewatched the previous 5 episodes, like with the knowledge that I got from episode 6. I watched episode 1 to 6 again, and you wouldn't believe it, but because you didn't know what to look for. A lot of the stuff that happened was kind of a miss to everyone, and it was kind of like people were focusing on the ships that Bow was going off with and all that kind of thing. But now we have like a definite story behind everything. If you go back, I advise you do it, because you'll learn a lot more. If you go back and watch episode 1 to 6 again, then you will pick up on a lot more things that you will more than likely have missed because you didn't know what you were looking for. When you know what you're looking for in a TV show, it's a lot easier to pick things up. So I went back and did that, and I was like, actually, I kind of feel like I was a little bit harsh on my reviews previously, because I was like, oh, they don't make sense, they're rushing it, blah blah blah. But you know, as a person that's watching them in order, that's how they would seem. But if you go and watch them again now, they do work, which is fantastic. And any doubts I had for this season are, like, story-wise, are gone. I think it's going to be, I think they really do have their work cut out for them, because if they mess up one kind of fact or one kind of element to Greek mythology, then they're going to have a lot of fans that are going to complain, and they are going to have an issue with it. But if they get it right, if they really get it right, I think it could be absolutely phenomenal, and I'm really hoping that they do get it right. So aside from the storyline, which it should be the big thing, but it's not. We know it's not. Valkubus, guys, come on. What is going on? I don't know. Like, there is still this, like, jealousy between Lauren and Tamsin. And Tamsin wants to be the one with Bow, and Lauren wants to be the one with Bow. And when Bow needs Lauren, Tamsin's jealous, and when Bow needs Tamsin, Lauren's jealous. And it's all a big mess, really. And it's like, I don't know if Tamsin genuinely thinks Bow is her girlfriend. I don't know, because there's not been any kind of, like, they haven't had, like, the feelings chat. And you know, Tamsin is obviously so fucking in love with Bow that she's been completely blinded by a sensible way around how she's feeling, and it doesn't seem like she's taken what Bow might be feeling into account. But that being said, Bow isn't exactly pushing her away, and it'll be interesting to see in the next episode how Bow handles it, because she's gonna have to handle it. I mean, I can't imagine I'd want to get on the wrong side of Tamsin. Like, I don't think Tamsin would hurt Bow, because obviously there's all, like, in mythology there's that Valkyrie bond thing, and it's like pretty much impossible for a Valkyrie to hurt their chosen warrior. And if that's what's happened here, then it would be impossible for Tamsin to hurt Bow. But that doesn't mean she wouldn't get her heart completely broken. And I don't know, Tamsin's like one of my favourite characters. So I think if that were to happen, not only would I hate the show for kind of like enticing us into thinking Valkubus might be a thing, I would hate Bow's character for fucking it up as well. Because I don't know, I do kind of understand Docubus shippers, I really do, and as much as I think Valkubus is the sensible option for Bow, and I think, like, as much as I love Tamsin's character, and as much as I love the chemistry between Tamsin and Bow, if Bow loves Lauren, there's nothing, like, if she genuinely does love Lauren, which I don't want to admit it, but I think she might do, then there is no way Valkubus, like, is ever going to become, like, an actual thing. And it takes a long time to be able to say this character doesn't actually want to be with this character when you wanted them to be together for so long. So I don't really know, because obviously Bow is still, like, having dreams about Lauren, and it's like anything important that happens with her father, yes, she's telling Tamsin, but she's thinking about Lauren. And if there is, like, if Bo genuinely does love her, then, you know, there's not really much we can do about it. And it sucks. It sucks for me because we've had Valkubus like rubbed in our face for like the last 3 seasons, and we've got our hopes up, and it's just, they've just pretty much gone, no, fuck you guys, that's not gonna happen. After they've gone, fuck it, they might happen, and now they're gonna go, no, they're not. But, you know, it's, Tamsin at the moment is like a love-struck teenager, and it's adorable, but I do kind of like miss old Tamsin. And, you know, we did get to see a little bit of that this episode, because obviously she got suited up in the American football suits, and then there was the cheerleading, so that was pretty cool. I don't know if that was actually Rachel Scarston that did all like the cheerleading acrobats, or they had like a double or whatever, but if it was, then I'm impressed, because just wow. And I don't know, I think there's a lot of places this season can go now. It doesn't feel like they're gonna get themselves stuck anymore, and I want to see how Bo's gonna handle Tamsin's predicament with her thinking that she's her girlfriend. And I really, as much as I don't want Bo to break her heart at all, I'd rather she get it done sooner or later, because at the moment it feels like I preferred it when Valkubus might happen instead of it happening but in a way that is completely against what all the fans wanted. And that's what's upsetting for me, because when we didn't know it was going to happen, we still had like that imagination, we still had like hope and everything like that. But now that it's happened, and one of them is obviously further along in whatever's happening than the other, I don't think it's going to have a great ending, like, for that particular pairing. But we'll have to wait and see. We will have to wait and see. I'll tell you what though, I have, like, since Valkubus has actually become a thing on the show, I have found myself reading a hell of a lot less fan fiction, because they are on screen. And that sounds weird, but if I haven't got to, like, imagine what Valkubus would be like, then I don't need to read fan fiction, if that makes sense. And I'm kind of annoyed with myself, because a lot of the fan fictions I was previously reading are updated now because of all this Valkubus stuff, so I do need to kind of sit down and update myself. But Valkubus wise, we will have to wait and see. I don't think the outcome's going to be good. I really hope it is, but I don't want it to be good just so one of them can get their heart broken. If Bo genuinely loves Lauren, then you know what, fair enough. It's not what I want, it's not what Valkubus fans want, but you know what, fair enough. If she doesn't, and there is a chance that Valkubus is going to happen, then I really hope Bo goes around it in a smart way as to not hurt Tamsin's feelings, which I don't think is going to happen, because Bo's a fucking moron, and she goes around everything that she does the most difficult way possible. So, you know, we are gonna have to wait and see. But all in all, apart from the Valkubus feels, which was like the bad part, it was a fantastic episode. I am really impressed with how the story is being developed so far. And if you guys haven't gone to watch 1-6 episodes, now that you've seen episode 6, I really do advise you do it, because it will kind of trigger a lot more things in your mind, and you will start to understand the story a little bit more, instead of being completely lost every episode that's happened previously. That's basically going to be it from me. Now, I want to apologise for the lack of videos this week. Personally, for me, I have got so much stuff going on right now, and it's not stuff that I'm happy to be doing. It is really quite, like, heartbreaking stuff that I'm having to do at the moment. But there is going to be some good outcomes for the channel coming out of what I'm having to go through at the moment. So this is going to be the only video that's probably going to be up today, maybe even this week, I don't know. And then as soon as I know what's going on, and as soon as I can get some free time to sit down with Ben and Chris and tell you guys what's been going on, I will. But there is going to be some fantastic things coming to the channel, just please bear with us. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what your thoughts are on the episode in the comments below, and until the next time you hear from me, guys, as always, stay classy gaming.